Have you ever wondered why the number 7 appears everywhere? For example, why are there 7 heavens? Why are there 7 layers of the earth? Or why do paradise and hell have 7 levels? Isn't it intriguing that there are 7 days in a week and that the rainbow has 7 colors? Soon, you will hear such interesting things about the number 7 that it will spark your curiosity about numbers. If you're ready, let's begin. For thousands of years, scientists have used mathematics to understand and interpret the universe and the cosmos. According to cosmologist Max Tegmark, the entire universe is composed of mathematics. In Islamic belief, Allah Azza wa Jalla created the universe with unparalleled mathematics. We can observe this in almost everything. For example, at first glance, an ordinary tree with its seemingly disordered branches and leaves everywhere seems very chaotic. But when we examine the details, we find that every detail of the tree actually exists within a coded mathematical order. The arrangement of the leaves around the branches, their numbers, and even their symmetrical shapes are miraculously formed according to a certain mathematical ratio. The leaves themselves are arranged in a specific geometric pattern, so as not to overshadow each other. The first scientist to notice this neat arrangement was a mathematician named Fibonacci, and thus the perfect aesthetic arrangement we see in plants is named the Fibonacci sequence. Take, for example, the blooming of an artichoke. When the artichoke blooms, each leaf develops following a pattern that corresponds to the sum of the 2 previous numbers. We can observe similar patterns wherever we look. Whether in pine cones, the arrangement of daisy petals, or sunflowers, a similar mathematical order is present. Numbers and geometry seem to prove that the universe is coded like a computer program. Even when closely examining a snowflake, you will immediately notice this miracle. But is it possible that each number has its own unique characteristics? In Islamic belief, there is no coincidence, but a divine harmony. When we observe how frequently certain numbers appear in our lives, in our being, and in the universe, we understand that it cannot be a mere coincidence. Regarding the number 7, it appears so often that if we could observe the universe and our creation from a broader perspective, we would better understand why the number 7 is not there by chance, like examining the number of petals on a flower. This reflection leads us to wonder why the number 7 is so omnipresent. For example, why are there 7 heavens? Why does the rainbow have 7 colors? And why are there precisely 7 primary colors? Why do pilgrims make 7 rounds around the Kaaba to perform the tawaf? There are 7 days in a week, 7 notes in music. Children start school at 7 years old. If we count the nostrils, eyes, mouth, and ears, we get 7 openings on the face. According to belief, paradise and hell have 7 levels. The world is composed of 7 continents: Europe, Asia, Antarctica, North America, South America, Australia, and Africa. The human soul passes through 7 stages. Nefs I Amare, the inciting soul. Nefs I Levami, the self-reproaching soul. Nefs I Mulhim, the inspired soul. Nefs I Mutmainna, the contented soul. Nefs I Radia, the satisfied soul. Nefs I Mardiya, the pleasing soul. And Nefs I Safiya, the purified soul. You have surely heard that Istanbul is a city of 7 hills. But did you know that Rome, Mecca, Jerusalem, Tehran, Athens, New York, Moscow, and Budapest are also cities of 7 hills? Thus, numerology, by attributing meanings to numbers and letters, can help us decipher the voice of the universe. Numerology, a branch of occultism, supposes that the universe is built on a numerical structure, where nothing is due to chance. It aims to discover the hidden laws and principles of the universe through various numerical analyses and syntheses. When the prophet Daniel alayhi salam was thrown into the pit, there were 7 lions with him. We know the 7 wonders of the ancient world: the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Hanging Gardens of Babylon, the temple of Artemis at Ephesus, the statue of Zeus at Olympia, the mausoleum at Halicarnassus, the Colossus of Rhodes, and the lighthouse of Alexandria. No primary number divides perfectly by 7. The result is always a repeating decimal. The fact that 7 cannot be divided by any other number and does not participate in any other operation has earned it the nickname of the virgin number. In Sufism, 7 is the number of wisdom. Be generous and helpful like a stream, compassionate and merciful like the sun, discreet about others' faults like the night, calm and peaceful like the dead, humble and modest like the earth, tolerant like the sea, and be as you appear or appear as you are. You have surely heard of the 7 pieces of advice from Mevlana. Muslims during the pilgrimage perform 7 rounds between Safa and Marwa. Similarly, during the stoning of the devil during Hajj, stones are thrown in a specific number. The ritual of stoning the devil begins on the first day of Eid, where each pilgrim throws 7 stones. On the second and third days of Eid, they throw 21 stones per day, 7 stones for each of the 3 Jamarat. Those who spend the night in Mina throw 21 additional stones on the 4th day, making a total of 70 stones. When a person is in the position of prayer, sujud, 7 parts of their body touch the ground: the 2 knees, the 2 palms, the 2 toes, and the forehead. The first surah of the Quran, Al-Fatiha, contains 7 verses. Although the number 7 is frequently encountered in Islamic faith, it also appears in many other traditions. For example, among Jews, the sacred menorah has 7 branches. Speaking of the film 7 Years in Tibet with Brad Pitt, it is worth noting that there are 7 Buddhas in Tibet. New Testament believers think that as the apocalypse approaches, Allah Azza wa Jalla will send a series of judgments on the world, represented by 7 seals, 7 trumpets, and 7 bowls. For example, according to the belief of the 7 trumpets, the first trumpet will cause unprecedented hail and fire, while the second trumpet will bring down an asteroid that will destroy much of marine life. In Eastern philosophy, it is said that the human body has 7 fundamental energy centers, called chakras, each representing a different color. Even in human creations, the number 7 is often present. It is not surprising that people often use the number 7 in their works, even if it seems like a coincidence. Think of Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, the Agent 07, James Bond. The crown of the Statue of Liberty in the United States has 7 points. The number 7 is also very important for Jews, who pay attention to events related to this number. Adolf Hitler, too, was obsessed with the number 7, which he considered lucky. It is clear that the number 7 possesses a mystical energy. Although humanity does not fully understand the mystery of the 7, many people reorganize their lives based on this number. Some people even choose the room numbers of their hotel rooms or the license plates of their cars based on the number 7 and its multiples. I think it's worth reflecting on this subject a bit more.